Frank Sinatra portrayed Rocky Fortune, a young man constantly in need of employment who accepts odd jobs. Rocky uses the hep slang of the time and attracts trouble wherever he goes. The characters are Rocky, a good guy down in his luck, who will take just about any job to make a buck.
There was an old saying, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And I write me a new saying, never look a gift blonde in the eyes. She was blonde because her hair told me so. She didn't walk, she insinuated.
I'm taking care of Mr. Perry. Unless he gets taken care of right proper right now.
That was better last time, but that's all right. Okay, let's keep moving forward.
The only thing that convinced me the whole
Thing is confusing. Get ready to go, Luluann. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh, I've been shot. I'm shot. I'm just so surprised.
Still, people seem to go exploring there.
Fools to be. I wouldn't go in the cavern, at least not without my dog.
A dog? What for?
Well, if a dog keels over, then you know the gas is collecting.
Mr. Getty, I'm afraid your friend is dead.
Poor Patsy. It was from the gas, wasn't it, Doc?
That's what it looks like to me. Go in.
Well, it didn't seem very far, but all of a sudden, we lost our way.
What was that?
Well, how do I know whereabouts? It was if we was lost. We tried to trace our back, but it wasn't no use. Patsy started to get scared. It's kind of funny to see a big guy like that get scared.
Yeah, he is rather big, isn't he?
Yes, 6'4". The mob used to call us Mutt and Jeff.
And then what happened?
Well, I was a little scared myself, but we stuck together. You know, walking in the dark with only my flashlight from the car. All of a sudden, Patsy...
From 1942 and adapted by yours truly, we now present Murder Clinic, The Scrap of Lace, with the following characters. Madam...
You seem to forget, my dear. As a member of the Kruger family, you have certain duties and responsibilities.
Oh, Teresa, you're living in the past. Times have changed since old Mrs. Kruger's day. Life is much more casual these days.
Oh, dear.
Jack, I only came to remind you of the dinner this evening.
Top of three, where you say please do so, my dear. So, oh, Mimi glaring at Teresa.
All right. Yes, please remind Jack of the dinner, Teresa. Insist that, I'm sorry, I read that totally wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mademoiselle, you have a secret admirer, perhaps?
No, Suzanne.
Offered his reasons for refusing to issue a death certificate?
He says Louise was asphyxiated in some manner. He's not sure now.
Don't you understand? I spent my whole life in faithful service to this family. I could see what was going to happen. You were going to replace me with someone younger. Where would I go? What would I do? Oh, God! Bang.
Oh, she shot herself! This should be, so no, your no should be yelled when you hear the bang. Okay. No. Okay, good. That sounded great. This gunshot sounded great. Okay, keep going.
Oh, poor little Teresa, poor thing. It was all my fault.
We now present Richard Diamond, private detective in the Gibson murder case, with the following characters. Eddie King, your announcer.
Jenny.
Yeah, genius.
The whole rotten mess is your fault. I don't want to play hostess to a lot of men in blue. I'm allergic to handcuffs.
Notice you got away with a mink.
What do you want me to do? Leave it behind?
Look, baby, if Gibson goes to the police, I'll have to huck the coat so we can blow this joint.
All right, you go get rid of it and I'll start throwing some things in our suitcase.
Okay. Dump the coat. I don't want the landlady to spot it.
Yeah, good idea.
Gibson, what are you doing here?
Who is it, Hob?
Yeah, his name is Gibson, Lena Gibson. Miss Blodgett, you'll have to come down for some questioning.
About 5'3", dark, brunette.
I ain't her, mister.
Her name's Pilgrim.
Oh, her. She lives upstairs.
She does, huh? See in now.
No, went out this morning, ain't come back.
She probably won't. She have many visitors?
Only a couple of men.
That figures. Ever see an elderly man? Gray hair, about 60?
Sure, every day.
Know his name?
Nope.
You said she had a couple of visitors. Who else?
Another man, young guy, kind of greasy. Only came round a few times. The old man was there this morning. They had an argument.
Could you hear what they said?
I don't snoop.
Who paid her rent?
She did, cash.
Mind if I look at her apartment?
You got a search warrant?
No.
Then you can't.
You've been charming. I left the old bat and headed back to the schoolteacher's apartment. I'd seen setups like this before, but there was still the problem of finding out how Gibson was killed and how he got into a locked room.
I want to talk to you, Mr. Austin.
I told you everything I know.
We're coming in.
Who is it, Harvey?
Them cops again.
Hello, Virginia.
Do I know you?
Where's your rug, Mr. Austin?
Down in the basement.
Miss Pilgrim, how long have you been married to this man?
About 3. Hey, how do you know?
You know your name? Why did you lie about not knowing Mr. Gibson?
I didn't. I never saw him before in my life.
I didn't tell you the dead man's name was Gibson. How do you know that?
Don't answer that.
You and your husband killed Mr. Gibson and carted him downstairs in a rug.
From 1949, we now present Sam Spade, the Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail Caper with the following characters. Sam Spade, private detective. Fritz Crockett, a detective.
The non-alcoholic hair tonic that contains lanolin and new Wild Root liquid cream shampoo. Let's listen in at the Sam Spade Detective Agency.
Hiya. Have you heard of pulling a rabbit out of a hat? Well, I pulled one out of a pickle. I'm about to hippity-hop with the lowdown on Flopsy, Mopsy, and the Cottontail Caper. It all began when I entered my office and discovered a young man sitting in my chair with his feet up on my desk, sampling from...
Aren't you both so darling?
Yeah.
Which one of you is Mr. Spade?
Well, I'm Mr. Crockett, Mrs. Montague. Mopsy.
Oh, well, Mr. Spade, I've always wanted to meet you. How do you like my costume? I'm the only wood nymph in San Francisco.
The trees will slow.
Oh, you.
Mrs. Montague, perhaps you'd be disposed to outline our job.
Of course, I'm going to pick the woman with the most fascinating costume, and the winner will lead a parade wearing a jewel-studded crown. The crown once belonged to Josephine of France.
Are we here to guard the crown?
That's right, Flopsy.
How's that?
I don't expect any trouble, but it's so valuable, I can't take any chances. My husband picked it up in Iran. He's in pickles, you know.
Where's the crown now, Mrs. Montague?
In the safe, in the master bedroom on the second floor. Here's the combination. I gave it to you. You said you were going to get the crown. Now, where is it?
I don't know, but let's find it. When we arrived in the master bedroom, the worst had happened. The Dago original was off the wall. The safe was open, but the $60,000 wasn't even touched.
Oh, the Josephine crown is gone. This is frightful. Oh, what will Horace say? You were supposed to guard it. It's all your fault. Maybe you stole it yourselves.
Mrs. Montague, we did nothing of the kind.
I distinctly remember you saying you were going to go get it, so I gave you the combination. I know you did it. Oh, look, there's Horace. Horace, what's happened, hubby dear?
I was walking down the hall when a rabbit came running out, dragged me into this room, made me take off my pickle.
Oh!
He hit me on the head with something, then he took off his bunny suit, jumped into my pickle, and ran off. Ooh, my head.
On the floor was the limp rabbit costume. The party not only had a Flopsy and a Mopsy, but also a thieving Cottontail. I bounded down the stairs and out the front door. I saw the Follies Berger dancer come running by and enter a taxi. I jumped into another cab and followed her, divesting my soup of my rabbit costume en route. She entered a shabby gray apartment house. I followed and knocked on every door until I found hers.
Yes?
It's me, Flopsy. It's me, Flopsy. Remember?
Why did you follow me?
Because you are so beautiful. May I come in?
No.
Thanks.
I said no. Did you not hear me?
How did you know there was a detective in my rabbit suit?
You have no right to come in here.
Come on, how?
I think I overhear someone say it. Now, if that is all you want to know, please go.
Why did you leave the party?
Oh, because it bored me. Why am I being questioned?
Because somebody stole the Josephine crown that belonged to Mrs. Montague.
Oh, I am glad it is stolen, but I did not.
And then, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. Some people rob for pleasure, some because it's there. You never know. My name's Friday. I'm a cop. I was working the day watch on a robbery when I got a call from the Acme School Bell Company. There had been a robbery.
There's been a robbery.
Yes, sir. What was it?
My clappers.
Your clappers?
Yeah, you know those things inside a bell that make them clang?
The clangers.
That's right. We call them clappers in the business.
A clapper caper.
What's that?
Nothing, sir. Now, can I have the facts? What kind of clappers were stolen on this caper?
They were copper clappers.
And where were they kept?
In the closet.
Uh-huh. You have any idea who might have taken the copper clappers from the closet?
Well, just one. I fired a man and he swore he'd get even.
What was his name?
Claude Cooper.
You think he...
That's right. I think Claude Cooper copped my copper clappers kept in a closet.
You know where this Claude Cooper is from?
Yep, Cleveland.
That figures.
What makes it worse, they were clean.
Clean copper clappers?
That's right.
Why do you think Cleveland's Claude Cooper would cop your clean copper clappers kept in your closet?
Only one reason.
What's that?
He's a kleptomaniac.
Who first discovered the copper clappers were caught?
My cleaning woman, Clara Clifford.
That figures. Now let me see if I got the facts straight here. Cleaning woman Clara Clifford discovered your clean copper clappers kept in a closet were copped by Claude Cooper, the kleptomaniac from Cleveland. Now is that about it?
One other thing.
What's that?
If I ever catch kleptomaniac Claude Cooper from Cleveland who copped my clean copper clappers kept in a closet,
yes,
I'll clobber him.